In this video we'll look at playability, tone, fingering and strings. The term action refers to the distance between the frets and the strings. This will determine how much pressure you need in order to press the strings down on the frets. In high action, the strings are further away from the fretboard. This will give you more volume, likely to improve tone, and it's good for rhythm chord playing. However, the notes may be harder to fret because more finger pressure is required. In lower action, the strings are closer to the fretboard. This makes the notes easier to fret as less finger pressure is required. However, you may get less volume and a risk of fret buzzing when strumming, and tone may be slightly impaired. In fingering, proper fingering is absolutely central to mastering guitar. The tip of your finger should be just behind the fret to get the best sound. The centre of the pad of your fingertip should be pressed firmly onto the string, but without unnecessary tension, forcing it down against the fret. Good sound is like that of a bell tone, not a buzz or a dull thud. If the fretting finger is too much towards the headstock of the guitar, the string may buzz. If the finger is too close to the fret, then the string may be muted while playing. Be careful not to mute the strings accidentally. To prevent this from happening, you have to keep all the left hand fingers in a vertical position as much as possible. The fingers that you are not using should be kept away from the fingerboard, but perhaps just poised above, ready to play. The nails on the finger of your fretting hand should be kept short, so as to allow good contact with the fretboard. If your nails are too long, they will wear the fretboard and inhibit good playing. With steel-strung acoustic guitars, you need to build up calluses on your fingertips. This happens over time with constant practice. You may experience some pain before you get there. Types of strings. There are many good string brands to choose from. Because each has its own properties, the best choice will always depend on your instrument's sound and your own tone preference. You have to try different brands and materials and let your ears be the judge in order to get the sound you prefer. The most common ones for acoustic guitar are firstly bronze wound. This is the most common material for steel string guitars. It has the brightest sound when it's new. Nevertheless, it will lose its initial brightness very quickly. However, this can be an advantage because if you don't want a bright sound, play on these strings for a few hours and they will start to mellow. With phosphor bronze wound, this is a bronze string with phosphor added to the alloy, and it has two main effects. First, it will make the string warmer sounding than regular bronze, and second, it will extend the life of the tone. String gauges. How does the thickness of strings affect the guitar? Well, the string gauge of your instrument affects tone, playability and its adjustments. A larger gauge of string applies more tension to the guitar, which has the effect of giving you more volume and a more focused sound. But keep in mind that because of the greater tension, it will require more pressure to depress the strings. Nevertheless, higher tension strings vibrate in a smaller arc, allowing the strings to be adjusted closer to the fingerboard with less potential of buzzing. On the other hand, lighter gauge strings are easier to play, but may give less volume and tone. Almost all guitars come from the factory with light gauge strings. That's about 0.12 inches for the first string to 0.054 for the sixth string. You also may have to pay attention because less tension can cause the strings to lower, leading to buzzing, whilst higher tension can cause the strings to rise, making the guitar more difficult to play. Steel strings are usually in the following gauges from 1st to 6th. Extra light is about 0.010 to 0.047. Light is 0.012 to 0.054, medium is 0.013 to 0.056, and heavy is 0.014 to 0.059. What are the best strings to buy? Well, I would recommend Martin, D'Addario, or nano-web coated Elixir strings. You can use Elixir strings and go for maybe 2 to 3 months before you need a new set. As Elixirs are coated, they don't oxidize very easily and are a pretty safe bet, no matter what your body chemistry is like. Although Elixirs are about 3 times more expensive than conventional strings, they can be considered the least expensive strings on the market because they can last 5 to 10 times longer. How often should you change your strings? Well, it depends on a number of things. After conventional strings start showing an amount of oxidation, they become difficult to tune and their sound quality won't be the best. Once perspiration gets onto the strings, oxidation begins, and as a result, sound quality can rapidly deteriorate. You should wipe down your strings with a soft microfiber cleaning cloth or similar after each playing session to lessen the effect of perspiration and help keep them free of grime. Depending on the amount of playing that you're doing, a new set of strings should be installed maybe once a month at the very least. Strings will lose their initial brilliance after about 10 hours of playing. In the next video, we'll look at how to tune your guitar.